What's going on, guys? We are here in a pickup truck. In fact, it is another off-roady pickup truck. It is the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, a truck that I would love to have one day, but I can't afford it. But thankfully, thanks to Gran Turismo, I can now have one. In fact, I bought two of them, and the reason why I bought two is because we're doing another stock versus not in the Tundra TRD Pro. That is the 2019 model. Now, awesome truck, big truck. This specific trim, the TRD Pro, is built for off-roading. That's what Toyota had basically built it for. So naturally, we're going to put it on a racetrack. So, what do we got going on with the Tundra TRD Pro? It has a performance point of 421. It is making 379 horsepower. It weighs just over 5,600 pounds. It is four-wheel drive and has a naturally aspirated V8. So, what are we expecting out of this? I want to see how this thing compares to the SVT Raptor. So the SVT Raptor has a little bit more power at 411, but it is heavier at 6,000 pounds. So we're about 400 pounds under and a little bit underpowered as well too. But we'll see how this thing handles against the SVT Raptor. That is around a 105 in its stock form. So let's see what the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro can do. As always, we're going to do 3 laps in its stock form, and then we're going to switch to the fully modified one. And yes, we are using the offset in-cabin view. Still learning how to drive it like this, but I feel like this kind of gives us a little more of a dynamic, immersive viewing experience. Plus, it makes it a little bit more closer to a sim type of deal without going full VR or whatever you may be. So coming in first turn, you can definitely get the back end to kick out if you tap those brakes mid-turn, so do not do that. We are on those comfort mediums, so we actually are on the same tire, I believe, as the SVT Raptor. Now the SVT Raptor, as I had stated in that video, was purposely built for off-road racing. This Tundra TRD Pro was made strictly for, I guess, off-roading, but maybe not in a racing application, so definitely different usages. But the build idea is about the same. You know, lifted truck, off-road tires from the factory. You know, very nice exterior look. To my knowledge, Toyota doesn't really do much to their engines when it comes to like the TRD versus their like base model. I believe the differences comes in the suspension and kind of the technology that you get in between trim levels. So the TRD Pro might just be a little bit more lifted and rugged compared to like an SR5 or whatever they call their base model. I do also love this blue that you can get these Tundras and even the Tacomas, the blue that they come in. Lap number 1 was a 108.72, so we are slower than the SVT Raptor on that first lap. Let's see what we can do. Like I said, we are underpowered, and we are kind of at a little bit of a handicap because we are using a different view that I'm still kind of learning, so maybe my racing line isn't as proper as it should be. Down to a 107.457. Let's see what we can do on this last lap. Even in this game, this Tundra's interior is very dated for 2019, let's be honest. That was kind of a unfortunate fact for Toyota interiors. They were very stuck in their old ways when it came to their quality and how they presented their tech. This truck actually does handle pretty nicely. Not too bad at all. Again, this is fully stock that you'll get in the game. There has been some of like the single player challenges that has you use this truck. I believe they actually had you do like a weird like fuel saving challenge with this truck, which was really weird, but makes sense, I guess. You want to see how much you can get out of a big V8. All right. Our fastest was a 107.026. Optimal was at a 106.974, so not quite up to par with that SVT Raptor. So let's go ahead and swap into the fast one. So this one's a little weird. I decided to go ahead and do the engine swap for this car, or for this truck. Let's just hop into its details real quick. So actually, the truck does come with a V8. It's the 3UZ FE, and it's designated Tundra in the game. But the engine swap is for the SC430. So my assumption is probably it's the V8 for a race car application versus a V8 for a truck, is what I'm guessing it is. So anyways, it does bump you up to 698 performance points with the max power of 838 horsepower with 656 foot-pounds of torque. We're down to 3,800 pounds, so a little bit lighter. Let's go to the ranking board real quick. So here we are with the Tundra, the stock version of it. We are actually below the SFR, so not even near the Raptor currently. If you go over here, the Raptor, is it on this one? Where are we at? Here we go. The Raptor, we were able to get it at a 49 second. That's with 1,400 horsepower. So we are still extremely underpowered, but let's see if the setup and possibly just having more control of the car, of the truck, I'm sorry, gives us a hand over that. So we are turbocharged on racing soft tires with a SC430 V8 racing engine. Let's see what we can do with this thing. We do have an all-wheel drive controller set to 50-50, so that should help us keep this thing nice and steady and dig out of these turns with the utmost ease. And we do have a lot of camber on these tires, I'm not gonna lie. I think the fronts I had set to 4 degrees, so we do have a boatload camber to keep this truck happy in the turns. Let's see what lap 1's gonna give us. 52.548. Let's see what we can squeeze out of this. As always on these modified runs, we're gonna start off with 3 laps, see how that turns out. If we need to do another 4th and or 5th, we will cross that bridge when we get there. I, for some reason, do a better job at driving these big trucks and big body cars when they're fully modified versus the actual like proper small lightweight cars for some reason, and I don't know why. Or the ambulance. I drove the ambulance through this with so much ease. I mean, it didn't break any records, but those things were just so easy to drive. 52.016. We are inching away at our fastest lap here. Let's see if we can do with the 51. If we can get down to a 51. Oh, losing it. Looks like we are doing a lap 4, folks. Just touch that slippery stuff on the outside. However, this truck does handle very well on tarmac. It is a good truck on off-road if you ever get to do it on like the the rally courses, or that was it St. Louis or whatever, that ice track that they added not too long ago. This truck does a great job at that. But we are here for lap times. Alright, let's see what lap number 4 can give us. We're gonna try to get down to a 51. Let's see how late we can brake. It's a lot later there. Go through here, rotate, power out. Come here, we're gonna use the curbing. This truck does not get upset by the curbs, which is nice. I hope it doesn't get upset by the curbs. It's a truck. Some cars just, as soon as you hit a curb, it just unsettles them and then they're all over the place. No understeer, come on. Power out. There, that was a nice exit. 51.156. Let's just see what we can do on lap 5 since we are now on a flyer. And this will be the last one. Let's brake even later there. Roll off the brakes. Brake. Early on the accelerator. Do we have a better exit? We are totally off the course, but we're gonna keep going here. We're now revving the Delta. I don't think we're gonna make anything out of lap 5. We just totally botched this run. But anyway, fun truck to drive. If you want to do like a weird truck race, this is something you can consider. Just remember that the SBT Raptor will have you on all power aspects and mile per hour. Alright, let's go ahead and get back to the leaderboard and see what we got. Alright. The Toyota Tundra. So actually, it doesn't even get on the same level as the SBT Raptor. I just realized that now. However, it has dethroned the fully modified Focus ST. Who would have thought that it was going to be a truck that is faster than the Focus ST that bumps it down on its overall score here. So that's where the Tundra TRD Pro sits. Let's see how it is on the overall here. Does it make the list here? It does. Number 12. So just a little faster than the GT86, but just not as fast as the Ford Mustang GT. So anyway, that's the video for today. As always, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.